So I haven't got a PowerPoint presentation. When you came in, there was a sheet of paper on your chairs, which is about task 2, and it's a summary of what we have been doing with using or working with seniors who are volunteers, in particularly where they're actually working with other seniors. So,
sorry.
So in Italy, in Italy we looked at task 2. The task 2 is how we encourage seniors to work as volunteers in our library services or in our other organisations. We're actually looking mainly at how they work with other seniors. What I've done, and what this little sheet of paper is I've looked at some of the statistics that may be important for us when we're actually considering the volunteering. We're actually looking now that volunteering is actually becoming more and more popular throughout all the European countries in both informal and formal methods. So more organisations are using volunteers, and in this time of particular economic climate, volunteers are being used in some ways because there is actually no money to pay for actual employed people. However, we can use that situation to actually encourage people to come in and to consider volunteering as a very important part of their learning process. The statistics prove that it's mainly seniors that actually get involved with volunteering. I think we saw, those of us who went to Italy saw the Green Men organisation, which was very much based on senior volunteers. And I think in most other situations it's very hot here. So
Does it?
it's very warm.
Ah.
So we've actually found that seniors are actively pursuing a wide range of activities. And they also find that most seniors who volunteer actually stay active longer in their own community. So there's a benefit for older people to volunteer because it keeps them active and it keeps them encouraged to come in and actually continue with their working lives. The more active that seniors are, the more they volunteer. So if you actually, if you can encourage somebody to come into your organisation for maybe 1 hour a week, they tend to enjoy it so much that they'll volunteer again. So that they actually sort of it's almost a self-generating interest in what's going on. They're also showing that the more linked a person is to their own community, the more likely they are to volunteer. Most of us are dealing with rural areas where people feel very much a part of their own community, and that's where they will actually feel much more inclined to come in and help people of their own community through volunteering. So there's a lot of things that we can actually encourage them to do there. Also with seniors, it's the desire to help people that are less fortunate than themselves. People often feel, and I think we heard this in Denmark in particular, where your homework club that we went to see, and the retired teachers who were saying they wanted to give back something to their community. So I think there's a lot of things that we've actually found throughout all our countries where our senior volunteers are an incredibly important part of our organisation. There is a slight trick. I'm really pleased to see that most people have actually put tasks on to Daniel's website. So we now have an activity map that's filling up a little bit with task 2. Those of you that aren't or are struggling to find examples of working with volunteers, I suddenly realised that one thing that we have in Devon is many organisations that use our libraries that are a volunteer organisation. So maybe we can start using their examples rather than just keep finding stuff that we're doing, is to look outside and actually use examples of other people as well. So hopefully it's all going to go terribly well. Thank you very much. I'm very quick. And to the next one.